Hello, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? This is Blimey part 4 of the paperwork video, and in this box isn't beer anymore. I went up into the loft the other day and got the rest of the stuff out to show you, because I don't keep all this out because we haven't got the room anymore, so it all had to go up in the loft. So I got it out, put it in this box, and what we have here, well, what I'm getting out now, are service manuals. Yes, I have a lot of Hoover service manuals, not all of them I'm afraid, but some of them, if I can just get them all out. That's like technical data and product data. I think that's all of them. 1993, so I'll come to the rest of that box in a minute. This is all my Hoover service manuals. A lot of these are scanned in, so if you need a link, I'll give you a link to my Google Drive. But what have we got? We have 1990, look. What does 1990 cover off? 1990 covers off such things as Turbo Power, the Turbo Master, the Sprite. The Heavy Duty Senior is still around in 1990. The cylinders is the Compact, the Sensortronic and the Jet. So that's 1990. What's this one? This is 1988. They're all a little bit used. So what we got here? Junior, Turbo Power, Senior. And they are pretty excellent actually. I use them a little bit. Basically shows how to do everything for a machine, back when obviously Hoover made their machines repairable. So this is for Sensortronic, wiring diagrams, exploded diagrams, lots of lovely stuff, and obviously a full parts list behind. Oh, we're still going. There we go. So we've got 1988 there, 1987, 1986, and that's the earliest one. Then we get to 1996, 1993, 1995 and 1994. So there's all those. There have been some on eBay, some that I haven't got, but they're about 20 quid. These are all very cheap, which was nice. But so there were some that cost more, and I'm not paying more than that, so I don't use it that much. And this is an Electrolux one from Distriparts, who must have looked after Electrolux. And it is all vacuum cleaners. So there you go, let's do the Z1070, which is be a very late twin turbo. Doesn't go into quite the same detail as the Hoover service manual, because it's not service manual, it is just parts mainly. So you know that part number 323289 3/3 is the hose coupling number 1, so that's all of that, etc. There you go. Here's one for glider, exploded diagram of a glider. That is all scanned in. Yeah, what have I bookmarked? Oh, there you got the Z1490 Airstream. I don't know why that's been bookmarked. Could use that to look at the contour. What else have we got in the box of stuff? Well, there are, if I can get them out, I'll come to those in a minute. This has all sort of been lobbed out the loft, so it's all a little bit ad hoc. Here we go, this is some of the parts that I have. In fact, the boxes are a little bit bashed now, but I went through a phase of collecting unused Dyson stuff for DCO1s. So here we have a packet of DCO1 long life filters, all sealed up. There's one little complimentary one that I got given. What else have we got? We got the S level filters. There is a box in the shed actually. I should get that out. It needs storing better, because look, they get a little bit battered about. I mean, I haven't got them to sell on afterwards. I'll keep these, and then eventually my DCO1s can have lots of spares. I think there's a packet of filters in this shed. Then we got some old style filters and belts. that's the old style Dyson, so it's not DA, sadly. It does have the old 01666 number, but there's some S level filters. But it does mention DA001, so it's obviously not long after the DC01 was launched. And there's some belts, look. Sadly that packet's a little bit battered. And these actually should have been up in the loft anyway. I got these with the machine, but they're already open and I've been using them. I must just put them up in a hurry. But these are some later DC01 filters. In fact, I should have fitted one of those to the distill when we used it. This is my Hoover pen. There we go. Stuart at Manchester Vax got me that. Well, if I know what I can show you, hang on. Sorry, I've had a brainwave of something else I can show you, which should be in the loft, but it's not. I have a DysonParts.com pen. That is Stuart at Manchester Vax. He used to get them out with some orders, so I'll keep that. And somebody from a car forum whose company does work for Dyson, got me one of these. Look, it's a Dyson pen. If we open it up, I have used it. It is a little bit used. It got a scratch on it, sadly. But look, made of metal. It's very nice. Writes very well, though it is very heavy to use. There we go. Look, then to release it, you just push that down. And it pops back. It's very nice. It's the milled aluminium one. If we open it up, this could all go up in the loft actually, so it doesn't get damaged. There we go. That sits in there, and then the little refill just pops out of there. That's as far apart as it comes, and I'm certainly not destroying it by taking it apart anymore. So yes, there's my Dyson pen. Very happy to have that. I used it for a few months at work, and it is nice, but it's very heavy. So it did get a scratch on it somewhere, but it sits inside its little case with a little end cap. So there's my pens. I think there is another Hoover pen somewhere. I certainly did get two, but it's probably fallen down the back of the box. So that's that. I do have lots of these. I bought out Qualtex's last supply when they were throwing them off for 20p each. These are the ones that I'm keeping. There are lots more in the shed to use, but I'd like to use them. But these are the lamps for Turbo Power Cleaners and Turbo Master, and certain juniors as well, which is good. So there's the two that I'm keeping mint. Also got a nice mint pack of old stock belts that I've kept. And I used to have lots of these. They were on sale on eBay a fair old while ago now, actually. And I bought lots, but I used some of them. My Turbo Powers have all got some in, but it's a bit of a shame because they don't smell very much anymore. But I kept this Orchard Blossom sealed up. And I've also got this, which is a bit battered, but it's an earlier style. Because obviously that's an earlier... Actually, it's not that early, is it? Because that's a later Sensortronic. But, so that's what that is. That goes to the Turbo Power Sensortronic Power Plus and Compact, made for Hoover by Airbal. Actually, looking at this one can't be too early either, because it's dated 1990 when they were in Dragon Park. So obviously that's after Perivale. But I haven't opened this one, and I'm not going to either. It can stay, so I'm not even quite... Okay, it's Spring Bouquet. So there's that. So there's some parts. I might get the other box out the shed in a second, and we'll have a look. Right, what else have we got? These are... I think I did have another one, but I gave it to somebody. Because these are service manuals. They're from the US. There's a CD for sale on eBay, which I bought for very cheap. And again, I scanned these in as well. But I printed these out at work and bound them up. And just because they're nice to have, really. So they are the US ones, but they're identical to the UK ones, apart from the DC-17, which wasn't sold in the UK, and the DC-11, and they were just nice to have, really. I printed them out, bound them up at work. I think I did have, so there is another one, but I think I gave that away to somebody. We have a Bioline dust bag catalogue, also including dry belts, filters, brushes, and air fresheners. It is what it says. It just lists all the stuff that you could once get for various vacuum cleaners. So if we look for Electrolux Contour on page 100, is that page 143? No, pack number. Page number 8. So I need to get that stuff out the car that we did part 3 on, and that can go in here. So there we go. Look, this is all the Contour model stuff that they did. You can get the BRL26. Look, we got 2 of those. That's what went on the 610. 610, 612. So that's probably somewhere around here. There's a Dolphin. Look, I've got one of those now. MVP 14s, but genuine. I've got fucking loads of bags for an Aqualux as well. There's the glider. Look, there's all the stuff that you once could have bought from Bioline, who are Qualtex. So there's that. That's quite interesting. This is the Qualtex Book of Dreams. I got this when I first got my account. I don't have my accounts anymore because they can nix. I didn't spend enough because it is cheaper to buy stuff on eBay than via Qualtex. But again, this is handy to reference. Because again, it shows you all the stuff that you could have bought. So for Carlton, there's all the stuff for Carlton vacuum cleaner. It can be quite handy to cross-reference because obviously there'll be a lot of pattern parts still about. Okay, there's the Qualtex spares link that I've never had a copy of, sadly. But you can cross-reference. So obviously you can type into Google, say you wanted a top bearing for a Hoover 652. If you typed in BRG54 into Google or eBay or Amazon, chances are you might find the part, because obviously they were sold. The pattern part, Qualtex supplied most of the pattern part market, so it could be quite handy. There you go. Great news for wet rock repairs and servicing. How to replace original motors with pattern motors. Here's all the other motors. So yeah, it was a penny, and I bought it. It has been handy in the past. This is something that I made because I found all the exploded diagrams that I could find for quite a few Dyson models, and again I printed it out and bound it up. Okay, it's from Vacuum Direct. It came from their website. Again, I thought it was something fun to do while I was bored at work one day. So it hasn't got everything in it, it's only got some bits and pieces. But I bound that up and put that there. We have an illustrated parts list for Goblin and Aquavac for June 1995. So if you ever need to look at any parts for vacuum cleaners, Goblin, I'm your man. There you go. Motors, look. So the part number for the motor, there you go. So all of these are different. So let's look at the Goblin Extra 200. Is part number 6258770 for the motor. And there's some exploded diagrams as well. Look, there's the exploded diagram for the Goblin Rio 320, which is nice. So there. I don't think I've got this scanned in actually. But there's that. Ooh, this will be good to look through. This is the Anderson Electrical Information Pack. So pre-internet, this is how people got their parts lists. And in fact, I have scanned this in. This is on my Google Drive. I use this to check that the BRL26 would fit the Contour. See if I can, here we go, look, BRL26 because that was on the listing, and it fits a contour, glider and an airstream. Because this would be before they manufactured them with the different ends, because if you look, a BRL 11 fits a Electrolux 612, but they've obviously redesigned the 26, or the glider series had the same end caps as the 612, so it sort of happens to fit. So that's very nice. There's not all of it's a vacuum cleaners, I'll be honest. It does have prices. Look back, you could buy a furniture guard for 1334 for 36p. Those heady fun days of old. All the parts that you now can't get unless you buy them second hand. There's trade price list for something. The Dirt Devil trade price list, and Dirt Devil will be expanded on soon. Here we go. You can get a Dirt Devil Broomy for £40 and exclusive Eclipse for £85. Because Anderson Electrical, it turns out, were one of the main distributors for Dirt Devil. Here is the Numatic International price list for January 1994. Look, Old Style George and Old Style Henry. And this is how much they would have cost. George would have been £296 list, but only £132.50. Very bargainous. Obviously this is trade, so you probably would have had VAT as well. The Electrolux resale price list for consumables. And again, there might be some more about the 612 parts in here as well. There we go, look, 612, brush roll. I just had the brush roll there, look. But it shows all the parts. This is lovely, this is Scandi, this is George. Old George, and I don't think I've ever seen the old colours. I've got a new modern yellow one. I've never seen an old red one. I don't think they actually sold any apart from me. Has anybody seen any of these coloured Georges in the wild? Did they actually sell any? Look at that. These are the lovely original. There we go. We'll go slowly over this at George 4x4 Performance. Look at that. Good old fashioned George, as he used to be. And here we have Old Henry. Old Henry there, look. With the fantastic line drawings. With the old A1 kit as it was. Now I remember this is from my ear as well. I remember reading this. You'll find me throughout the world cleaning anything from a Boeing 747 to the Sydney Opera House. And then the rest of this stuff is Dirt Devil, because I think Anderson were the Dirt Devil distributors. So here's the Handy 150. So this is all scanned in. If you want a link to the PDF copy, it's about 60 meg, I won't lie, but it's all thick paper as well. Dirt Devil Handy 553. I don't think I've ever seen a 553. This Carfax takes hairpins faster than I do. Look, there's old Nigel Mansell. I don't think I quite hoover up hairpins with that, because it would completely trash the fan. I've never seen the little micro tool set either with a Handy. Again, they probably didn't actually sell any of them, did they? Some left-hand drive car there. The Broomy 750. The Broomy 753. See if I don't think I can change. Oh, there we go. That makes it a little bit nicer for you. I've just adjusted the contrast. The Dirt Devil Rebel 3253. I've never seen a Rebel before. With a triangular floor head. The Eclipse 6750. I might have seen an Eclipse, you know. I do remember some red upright, but it didn't have a stretch hose. Another Eclipse 6753. See what happened. I mean, people in America did, like Ed the Mower Man, for example. Were these common machines over in your way? The upright 7250. It might have been this. The company that my dad used to work for had one of these, so I remember using it. and it wasn't fantastic. Obviously, it probably was in need of a service, but it had a non-stretch hose, and this hasn't got a stretch hose. I've never seen any of these for sale. It wasn't one of these because it was red. This is a Upright 7350. The Flexi 2050. The Dirt Devil Flexi is a compact marvel of a cleaner. That's why you see loads of them nowadays, isn't it? I've never seen one of these in my life. And finally, the Flexi 2053. So that's a nice book to have. I wasn't aware it came with all that stuff in it when it was in the listing. What have we got here? Another Qualtex appliance parts manual, but this isn't actually. This came with something else, to be honest. This isn't actually about vacuum. Like it does have some vacuum cleaners. Yeah, there's some vac stuff, but yeah, it's mainly washing machines. I'll be honest. Kept it. What else have we got? The Euro part vacuum cleaner, consumable spares and accessories. There's a little bit in here about bags. I don't think this isn't the full range. It's obviously just something that got sent out to the dealers. There we go. So there's that. What else is in the box? There's these. Sticking with distri parts. Again, obviously, where is it? There it is, distri parts. I have electronic copies of exploded service diagrams for Electrolux, AEG and Zanussi appliances, and Bendix and Parkinson Cowl. And again, these came from eBay. There you go, that's all they fit. And obviously Electrolux, it has all the vacuum cleaners. I might do a video on these, you know, but I have to record my screen because these have to be installed on the computer. But they have to be installed in a certain way because they're time bound. You can't use them after, I think it's a year after. So that one can't be used after 2001 and this one can't be used after 1999. So what you have to do is you have to get a virtual machine set up with Windows 98 or Windows 2000 and then set the date and the time to back before the date on these. And obviously before the internet you will probably get them posted out to you whenever you needed them. So they're fun, we might go through those in more detail. And then finally, and I know a lot of people are going to like this, I have more Numatic stuff. I sent away for these years ago. So here's the 2006 price list. How much the basic stuff cost in 2006, list of course, and it does everything, so I'm not going to go through that too much. What else we got? We got home care in 2006, so looking a lot more familiar now. There's James, Lurkhold James, Henry Extra. I had a brand new Henry Extra. Look, with the switches that look like that, with the high-low. Henry Micro and Henry Turbo. Charles and George. The optional accessories and the spray mop. So there's that. International. Don't know what international means. So that's just those again. Oh look, lots of stuff. That is the size of Nuvac that I've got. In fact, I think it does say Numatic on it. In fact, it might be an MVP 202. It's been a while since I've seen it, but this is obviously all the machines available to the international market. There we go, look. Scrubbery dryeries. They don't send these out on paper anymore. I think I sent away for it on the website, you know, but now it's all in PDF. The floor care accessories, we're not going to go through all that because that's for the proper commercial stuff. Servo care, again, not too interested in servo care. Clean care, here we go. That's the size up from what I've got. I must go and see my friend that's got it. And look, obviously with clean care you get the different stickers, so there's all the different MRVs and MVPs. But no, I think look at that picture, it would be a 370 because it is a lot. It's the tall one. It's not the little short one. It's the tall one. Who knows? I might get it back one day. There's the Numatic turbo and all the other ones. All there, look, all lovely. Diddly diddly do. I won't go through it all. I think if this isn't scanned in, I probably could scan it in. If anybody wants me to scan it to PDF, please let me know. I don't mind doing it. The big, massive Cleantech twin packs. So what's that for then? Was that just for the solution and pumped it through, obviously into the machine, and then back out again? That's it. I mean, that cost a fortune. Servo care, so get more servo care stuff. Not too interested in that. Floor care, so all the scrubbers and all the accessories. So here we go. Here's all the floor tools available. There we go. Look, lovely. So that brings us to the end of the promotional material, unless there's some other stuff you want me to elaborate on, or the vintage Hoover stuff, or anything else. The only video left for me to do now, which I won't do now, I'll do it another day, is the instruction manuals that I have, and there's a lot of those. So, that's what happens when you have an eBay account, children. You do naughty things and buy all this sort of stuff. Right, let's have a look and see if I can find the other box of dice and stuff. Let's do a live into the shed expedition. Let me pop my shoes on. This is live, look. There's a DC-14 that I stripped down for my video. Haven't washed it yet, must wash it soon. I'll come into the garden, down the path, into the shed. Look, somebody commented on the box that was on the shed roof, but it's there, and here is this. And yes, it's just more long life filters, but we'll have it in anyway. Look, here's my shed. Look, it's pretty full of stuff. You can't really see the back. There's not enough light in here to do it. So there we go. This can come in here now. God, my camera's not liking this very much. Because I've messed around with the settings halfway through recording. Just come back inside, it'll like it more. So there we go, look, that can go with that, because that's just another box of those that must be really cheap for me to buy 2 boxes. Unless they're for different dates. What date's this from? 26th of the 3rd, 2001. No, same date as well, 26th of the 3rd, 2001. 26th of the 3rd, 1998 on that one. And 22nd of the 2nd, 1997. That's for 1998 as well. I don't think these are dated, sadly. We obviously didn't start dating them by then. This will be dated. That's from 2003. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. The next video might take a bit longer to put together because I won't bore you all to tears straight away. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm sure I shall show you something soon. Bye bye.